Hi everybody, welcome back to musicmoose.org. Now that was a little bit of advanced rhythm. We've been working, you remember, on your bluegrass rhythms, and we're going to continue to work on the rhythms on the banjo and putting the rolls as well over this 4/4 time. Now, before I start with this next lesson, I'd just like to say that when I was first starting out with these videos, I had the idea to keep them just as natural as can be, just like you and I were sitting in a room together. And I'm going to continue to teach that way throughout all of these lessons that I'm going to be teaching you. Now, when I'm teaching you these lessons, I have a lesson plan, a basic lesson plan, and I have the idea of what I want to teach in a natural progression as we move along. But when I'm doing these videos, it's totally unscripted, and I'm sort of I'm teaching from what I know. I can only teach you what I know, and I'm going to continue to teach doing that. So what we do here is we'll tape these videos, we'll film these videos, and then at the end of the day, I'll go over and review them. Now, if you notice in these videos, there's also text that you'll see below the video screen. And it's very, very important to read this text along with the videos because, again, sometimes I'll go back and review these videos and maybe something that I wanted to say that perhaps is not in the video, I will enter into the text. So it's very important for you to get the most out of these lessons, out of all these lessons on the site, is to read the text along with the videos as well. And again, so you can get the most from the moose. Now, let's get back to the basic rhythm on the 5-string. Now you remember that in the last lesson you were doing those 2-finger chords down by the nut with the C and the D7th chord. Excuse me. Now I want to show you a 3-finger C chord. Okay. Now you remember that the 2-finger C chord look like so, and now all we're going to do is we're going to drop our middle finger and fret the 4th string just behind the 2nd fret. So there we have a 3-finger C chord down by the nut. Again, this is coming out of the 2nd string position, and again I'm going to be explaining why it's coming out of that 2nd string position. So we're strumming those strings now, and we're getting that C chord with those 3 fingers. Okay. Now again, if you remember, the D7th chord looked like that. Okay. Now for this next example, we're going to add another note, another finger to this D7th chord as well. And this one might be a little bit hard for you to reach at first, but it'll be a good exercise to stretch that pinky out a little bit. And what we're going to do is we're going to fret the 4th string just behind the 4th fret with our pinky, and that's just a 3. We're fretting three notes to form this D7th chord. You remember, if I lift my finger up, my pinky, it sounds D7th chord. It's another D7th chord, just a slight difference in the tone of that, of the let's say color it's just a different color. And again, I'm going to be explaining why these chords are what they are later on. So let's go back to our quarter notes again. And this time, along with the quarter notes, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding a couple of, we're going to be actually playing bass notes as well. They're still going to be quarter notes, but you'll be able to hear the sound of the bass in this rhythm pattern. And it's the same pattern that we've been using right along. Again, those 8 measures. And again, you can play this as well over the guitar track. So let me just play these 8 measures now using these 3-finger chord formations. Again, those were those same 8 measures that we've been playing right along, just we're using those 3-finger chords now. And you can hear the sound of that bass with the thumb. So let me just go over this pattern really quick and show you what the pattern is with my right hand. I'll just use the open strings again. So we have thumb, 3-finger pinch. The thumb was picking the 3rd string open, and now the thumb's going to pick the 4th string open, and another pinch. So we have this. And again, if you go back, the downbeats are on the 1 and the 3, and I'm hitting the downbeats with my thumb, and that's the sound of the bass. But we're still using the quarter notes in this rhythm pattern. So there we have another example of, again, just a little bit more complex rhythm. Not much, but just, again, incorporating the sound of that bass into that pattern. So I'm going to leave it there, everyone, and we're going to continue on with all this and putting the rolls and, again, the left-hand techniques all into this 4/4 time.